Hello, my dear Libra. This is your love and bonus reading for Virgo season, 23rd of August to September 22nd, 2019, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. It is a thank you reading, since your reading is the 8th most liked reading for the August general reading. So thank you to all Libras and Libras' loved ones that gave gratitude for my reading. This will be a love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Also Venus. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, because I'm going to tell you that this is you, it can also be in the reverse, that the person or situation you're dealing with is on this side and you are on the other side. This is the feminine side. Most of my viewers are females. Accordingly with statistic, it's around 80-85%, and but we can as female also identify as male, and if that's the case, you might find yourself on this side. Okay, so for this reading I will use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis, and I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open your deck here, Libra, I see 7 of Cups in the reversed and the Lovers. So it seems like some kind of confusion has been able to, some kind of mist has been able to lift from your or your lover's eyes. We have both the Lovers here and the Four of Wands. So the 7 of Cups, it's always a spiritual challenge, might show that we have had a hard time trusting our feelings before, or maybe we thought we were living in a relationship that was an illusion, and maybe we thought we were maybe disloyal that there was disloyal treatment, or that we were not able to see the danger. Sometimes with the 7 of Cups, it can be that we are building air castle, or wearing pink glasses and not seeing the reality. But when it comes in the reverse, it's usually that the fog has kind of cleared, and it's something that you have been able to understand about this love relationship here. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have a 9 of Cups with the Lovers in the reversed. So 9 of Cups with the Lovers in the reverse, it shows that one's needs isn't being met in the relationship. We have needs, basic needs, a roof over our head, food, water, but this isn't enough. If a child is, for example, to survive their first year, they also need love and closeness, warmth, generosity, someone that sees them, looks them in the eyes, talk to them. And if this isn't the case, the soul kind of dwindles and dies. So it doesn't help to just have food, water, and roof over your head. You also need love, and it seems like love, or some of the basic needs that you had in this or have in this relationship, isn't being met. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have another 7, and 7s are always spiritual challenges. So it seems like this trust issue in this relationship, maybe due to the needs not being fulfilled. If someone doesn't want to fulfill your needs, doesn't seem like they are there for you, they don't listen to your problems, they don't hear what you have to say, they don't, if you say that you want more hugs and they don't give them, if you say that you want more consideration or whatever, and they don't give it, you might start to think that the person is false, that they are in the relationship for false reasons. So it's clearly a matter of distrust in this relationship, and it's most likely because the needs for one person in this relationship isn't being met. So if your needs are not going to be met, you're going to start to become suspicious. Okay, so is this person not loving me enough, so they don't want to show me the love and consideration, appreciation, give me time, give me, invest in the relationship. And with the 7 of Swords, it kind of indicated that maybe you're onto something. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Moon card with the Lovers in the reversed, and here we have you, Libra, and we also can see a sun here being there, and the sun's rays, and and here's also Libra, but in the reversed. So there's something that's fishy about this relationship, even if it's stable and you have kind of given promises since the Lovers came, and also we saw the Four of Wands. But there's something that's off. It's something that's scaring you here. It might be a real fear, like something that actually has basics in reality. And it might also be just your fears. Because the thing we fear, we usually create it in our lives. If we fear that a person will be unfaithful, we will probably, meet a person that's likely to be unfaithful, because that's our fear. So we are always guided towards, look at your fear, look at your fear. Why? Why are we not just guided away from danger? It's because we are not sissies, okay? We are here as strong, capable souls, and we are here to be challenged, and we are pointed always in the direction towards the challenge, so we will overcome it. So we are like freaking King Arthur or Percival going for the Holy Grail. So there's no time to kind of try to avoid your fears. Try to overwin them instead. If your fear of being abandoned, for example, look at this fear. What's the worst thing that can happen if you were abandoned? And see if you can, in your mind, try to get used to the idea of getting abandoned and, living on anyway, surviving anyway. Or if your fear is to be backstabbed, someone is disloyal, they are unfaithful, look at this situation. Try to make yourself get used to the idea that a person would be unfaithful and you would survive this too. You would just say, okay, so thank you for this time. It was nice. I'm sorry you weren't more loyal. Goodbye. And you're walking away. So our fears is usually based in us thinking that we can't cope with the danger that's ahead. But if you can cope with any danger, there's no danger left out there for you, and you will live a liberated life. So this is what the divine wants to point out here. So if you are not happy in your relationship, try to find out what it is that you are kind of, it's something you're blinding out for yourself, you don't want to see. Okay, so 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, wow, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us Tower, clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So my dear Libras, I want you to have love in your life and to find yourself in loving relationships. Now, currently, it seems like you are in a relationship with the devil and that you need to see the truth and tear down, the house of cards, the things that's not working. If you are in a relationship, for example, that only your partner's needs are being met, but not your needs, you need to start to see the truth of that they are like partying on your behalf. It's almost like having a parasite that lives in your bloodstream, for example, and they get fed by you, but you are not getting fed by them. And sometimes we have a very loving relationship towards this parasite, and we think that it's love that we share. But if it's only love from one side and not from the other side, it's not love. You have been infested by a parasite, aka the devil. That might be the girlfriend or boyfriend from hell. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you and the energy of August for you. August and September, sorry. Virgo season for my dear Libras. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, the outcome of this situation, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you there. And this is on your emotional level towards them, the common energy between you two, and on their emotional level towards you. And this is what's on your conscious mind about them, the situation itself, and what's on their conscious mind about you. And we have an Ace of Wands here. So I think you have had some kind of epiphany here about this person not fulfilling your needs, but also about your probably undying love for them, but they don't want to compromise. So you can't really be in this love relationship with them, because if it's, not compromise being made, we need to have negotiation. One put this to the negotiation table, the other one puts this. and then we come to an agreement that's like good for both. And when this isn't happening, someone's needs isn't getting met, and then we need to see that this is not truth per se, it's more epiphany, it's more like a spiritual force coming into your life and making everything bright and shiny, so you can see that, well, it might be being pissed off as well. It can be pissed off and see my needs are not being met. So this is, it's fire, okay. Here we had the feeling level of the whole situation. Okay, and we have, it's the Chariot here. See here. Yeah, okay. So it's like you have seen something that you are not loved enough. You didn't want to see it before, but then you saw it with this epiphany, and that there was like one-sided love, and you want to end the situation and move on. But what's worrying me is a little bit this World card in the reverse. It's showing no closure, that there's problem to get closure in this situation, and so you might, in the end, you want to move on, but you are going to be more focused on getting closure. So sometimes we can get stuck on things like that. We can of course get closure inside of ourselves. We can just decide, okay, they were a doofus, and they were not worthy of my time and love. But here it needs self-control to be able to continue moving on. I'm not saying that you are going to have to move on. It's just what I'm reading in the cards. So it might be what you are feeling, that you want to move on because, okay, if I'm not getting my needs met, I need to move on to where my needs will become met. Instead of sitting at a dried out, like illusionary, like fruitful garden in the desert, but it's an illusion, it's a mirage. There's no water there, there's no palm trees. You're just sitting at a desert, maybe a smelly pound. And so when you realize that with this epiphanies and the Seven of Cups in the reversed, you might want to move on. And it's the logic, it makes sense. But I'm not saying that the relationship is over just because of that. So this is behaviors and attitudes, and we have a Two of Cups, so the love is there. It's just a little bit stiff competition. Maybe the other person is used to be like the master or sitting on their high horse, or maybe they are also traumatized. They have problems with showing love for some reason because they are not as strong as you. They are weak due to post-traumatic stress or some kind of trauma that have made them incapable of being a true or an open and vulnerable person. So now they need to be on the high horse to be able to be in a love relationship, and they need to always get a little bit more and be a little bit more pampered and a little bit more spoiled, because in other case they will get super scared and wants to leave because they have this memory of the trauma. But it doesn't give them the right to make the relationship unequal just because they are scared. Everyone is scared. No one wants to be hurt. So there's no excuse that you have been hurt, that you are you get a free pass to hurt someone else. It doesn't work like that. We all need to be courageous. So your partner needs to realize that too. Okay, so this is what's on your conscious mind. No, yes, on what's on your conscious mind about them. Eight of Swords. So you don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Eight of Swords is like you can't find a solution. You love the doofus, but they are not fulfilling your needs. So 1 + 1 equals, -2. It's impossible mathematics. So you kind of are bound to your body by your perceptions of how things are. You could actually easily free yourself, but it's your thoughts would haunt you wherever you go. You will continue thinking about this person, and that might be worrying to you. If you could just take, a pill and forget about them, maybe you would be able to walk away. But here, maybe you feel like if you walked away, their memory would still haunt you. And with the Eight of Swords also, You probably think that they are impossible to talk to. They can't see things your way. They can't compromise. They can't understand what you are going through. They can't see things to your perspective. So you feel a little bit victimized in this situation. So, and there is the situation. And this is on their conscious mind about you. And we have a 7 of coins in the reversed. So 7 of coins in the reverse is like a person have been waiting and they don't want to wait anymore. So they are starting to get impatient, and it's another 7. So if this person has been like a real jackass before, it's no a miracle that they are still a jackass, okay? So when you feel like you don't want to give anymore to this situation, they feel like, okay, I have waited enough for this person to go back to normal and you know, show love again, and they don't, so I will move on. So things seem so easy for them, but it's because they have, you can see them as a person that have kind of been forced to cut out their own heart and leave it behind somewhere. Okay, so they won't feel the feelings that's in the heart because it's left down there like a lost soul part. So they will be able to move on as, you know, nothing matters because they can't feel the trauma. They have separated themselves due to something that have happened. So their feeling experience is not available for them. So therefore they can act like cold as ice, which seems to be the song that comes for a lot of the viewers, but I actually heard Nothing Else Matters first, so I'm going to make that your song, but I'm going to put a link to the Cold as Ice as well. So Cold as Ice and Nothing Else Matters. Yes, okay, thank you. So for them, it's like it doesn't matter because they have cut their heart out, or someone has cut their heart out and traumatized them so deeply that they have separated themselves from themselves, and now they can't feel their feelings. So it's like they got tired of waiting around for you, and you seem stuck here, unable to make a move also. So they're probably about to fly away like a helium balloon to some new adventure maybe. So this is the situation itself, and it's judgment. So while you two are acting, you know, like this is not a serious situation here with like blah, I don't know what to do, I don't want to do anything. The divine sees this as a very important situation which needs to be solved, and, you know, really solved once and for all. So judgment, to be able to see things from above. But no one in this equation seems to be able to, you know, make their voice heard or to be able to see things from the other person's perspective or share their own perspective. So I don't know how we are going to be able to get this overview. We can only get this kind of overview if we talk and discuss and try to find solutions. Then we can get the overview. But here one person doesn't even want to talk about it because it should be obvious what I need and what I want, and the other person is tired of trying to figure it out and tired of waiting. So Ace of Wands still with a 7. They are actually holding a wand here. It seems to be some kind of impatience. Okay, impatience. I'm feeling this with liftoff, like helium balloon liftoff. Okay, and this is on your emotional level towards them. And we have a 10 of Wands in reverse. So also you are sick and tired of this situation. It's only the divine taking this seriously. And 10 of Wands is you putting it all down. You can't bear, you know, going around thinking about this situation, trying to solve it like crazy here inside your head. You just want to put the burden down and, you know, not reminisce about this situation anymore. So the pill would be very nice to have in this situation. So the 10 of Wands can also be a little bit like we're stopping our own natural impulses, and it seems like what you're doing here. So it's something that you would want to do, maybe become angry, you know, and shake up the situation a little bit. but you seem a little bit timid here, and it's rather you give up and walk away and put down the burden than to actually say something about like your worldview, your view of things, your experience, how it felt for you, how the situation was kind of panning out for you, or how you felt in these different situations. So instead you just, to hell with it, I can't solve it, because you're trying to solve it yourself, like on your own back, it seems, instead of trying to open up and communicate. And if you can't tell people how you feel, they won't know you, so they don't know you. They just know you by their own imprint on you, like what kind of face they put on you from the beginning. And you haven't really made a good job on showing who you are and your wants, your needs, what you like, what you don't like. So if they can't fulfill your needs, maybe it's because you haven't done a good job on telling them what your needs were in the first place. And it's out of courtesy, of course. We want to be, good troopers and not ask for much. It's a humbleness with this. But anyway, it's not leading to any kind of success. So it's useless if you don't speak up and tell what is your issue. And here we have the common energies, like what's keeping you together. And this is on their emotional levels towards you. And we have a 10 of Cups here. So they do love you, like from the bottom of their heart. This is deep love. This is like love that won't go away. It's clinging on decade after decade. They will remember you still when they are old and gray. So, but with the seven of Pentacles in reverse, they might disregard that and walk away anyway, because I felt the helium balloon. So, well, I don't know. When people make things impossible for themselves, it's very hard to find solutions. But we will see. What's the connection between you two here? 5 of Wands in reversed. So you have been quarreling a lot, and now you don't want to quarrel anymore. So that's nice. 10, and both people are fed up. You're probably fed up with the argument and trying to, make yourself fit in like a piece of a puzzle into this situation, but it never seemed like you fitted in at all. And you probably didn't need to fit in, okay? You needed to tell, like, okay, this is the boundaries of my piece of the puzzle. What are your boundaries on your piece of the puzzle? Can we see how they can fit together? And this wasn't done. But with the 5 of Wands in reverse, it's some kind of, at least we would like to, not be enemies. That's nice. Okay. So I want to be able to solve this for you. So I will see, okay, your emotional level. Can we get like yeah. That's not trust came. So trust seems to be an issue here. And of course it can be you that's the wounded soldier as well, and don't want to. Maybe you have been so wounded that you don't believe that anyone would, take care of you. So you don't even want to try to see if someone wants to, be there for you. 1 card, please. Okay, I guess it's this one. So, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And I believe that to be truth because I saw this. So you are deeply loved, Libra. It's just that you can't seem to see that. You think you are loved for the person, like that you can perform for them. If you can be like a good wife or a good husband, a good friend, if you can, drive a motorcycle to a fiery ring or make, volts backwards, whatever, like impossible demands you think that people have on you. I think if you would let them see who you were inside, maybe this situation would be less of a problem, because it seems, okay, they have lost patience, but it seems like they love you, so they want to show this 5 different language of love. And one can give, I don't know all these, I have a hard time keeping track on them, but I know a few. So one can be that we give love by sharing small notes that I love you and I hope you get a wonderful day. We text, we send small, we show that we care, that we are remembering them, we are thinking about them. They are a part of our lives, so we make them important by these messages. But the other person might not get love that way. Like they don't feel love because you are putting all these messages. They think that you are putting them there to remind you of them, so you will constantly give them what they need. So for this person instead, love can be to be someone is taking care of the dishes, doing the dinner, letting them have a weekend off with their friends. That can be what is love for them. So we can have so different ways of showing love and needing love. And if one person is showing all the love that they have in their heart, but the other one doesn't have the receptors to receive it and know that this is love because they have never been taught that this is love, or they take this for granted. Yeah, but where's the real love? Okay, I don't just want dinners, I want these notes, God damn it, and hugs also. Closeness. So if we can't show each other this love and we can't tell the other person what kind of love we need, we might never feel their love. How much they love us, it doesn't matter. Okay. So on their love, their love for you, then it's kind of already came with their love is deep as an ocean, but maybe we can get some other clue. Okay, guess this one. It's a tree and it's growing and it has symbols on it, and 8 also. You have the 8 of swords and yin and yang and a star. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So they still believe that miracles can happen and this situation can be fixed. It's clear. But I'm still bothered by the 7 of Wands in reversed, but we'll see where it goes with that. I feel 7, some kind of connection with this moving on thing, okay, without closure, obviously. And this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And we have a Page of Wands in reverse. My dear Libras, you're refusing to talk, you're refusing to tell what's on your mind with this, what you want. So you might have a deep longing for something, but this person will never know because you will never say it. So on your behaviors and attitudes towards them is kind of, I don't care, I don't need your love, I don't need you, I don't care for you, I don't miss you. So you're really trying to cut the cords here. Because I think you have lost hope and you feel very hopeless in this situation. There's no way for you to solve this. You can't find like a tool to work with how to fix this. We have the Ace of Wands here, and this person is holding the Ace of Wands, and we have the Ace of Wands also there and there. So I think what we need to do is talk, but if you don't feel that you're up for it, I can't force you. Okay, so this is the outcome. And this is on their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And we have a 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords might be the reason with the helium balloon, because with the 10 of Swords in the reversed, we feel that we have given enough in the situation and we want to move on. So even if they love you, they are ready to put this to rest and leave the stage, so to speak, because there's nothing more for them here. There's only a lot of misunderstandings between you two. So a lot of thoughts that's never being shared and sentences that's never being heard. It's just we are going and suspiciously kind of looking at each other or don't. So it's like these people suffer in silence, you know, without ever being able to share what's on their mind. So it's really sad. It's like we are not humans at all, but maybe some kind of species of animal that doesn't even can, you know, telepathically speak to each other. So you have gotten a tongue for a reason. here's the outcome, and we have the Leo Strength card in reverse, so it's 8 again. 8 here, 8 of Swords. So it seems like, well, the outcome is that no one is courageous enough to speak up. This is trying to either shut the mouth of the Leo or open the mouth of the Leo. And there's no communication being done. No one is being the bigger person here, the brave person. No one is saving the situation. So I guess it will die peacefully. Okay, even if there's love there, deep as the ocean, and that there's miracles. I don't know how this miracle can happen here, because it seems very hard for any miracle to be manifested without anyone taking the steps. Yes, we can have maybe an angel coming down and saying, "Oh, you two, you should be together," but it's usually not happening. The miracle needs to come from one of you here. Okay, so I will take a card from Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. Upside down, that one, and see what's the advice for my dear Libras in this situation. One card, please. One card, please. Thank you. 7 heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. Okay, see what advice we will get from the 7 heavenly virtues. Yes, 7. No, opportunities wants to come instead. 7, I guess it's here. There. Ah, we have 7 deadly sins also. What luck you didn't get that card. 7 heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. You represent spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge and wisdom. You don't seem to trust it, however. You have faith and believe in all that is good and meaningful. You have a deep intuitive understanding of God, the angels and the universal spirit. You know the keys to goodness. You are being asked to use this knowledge to empower and teach others. What the 7 heavenly virtues mean: faith, belief and trust in the right things. Hope, believe that good will prevail. Charity, unlimited loving kindness towards others. Fortitude, never giving up. Justice, being fair and equitable towards others. You can read this yourself. Equitable, I can't even pronounce that word. Patience, accepting the grace to forgive. Temperance, practicing self-control and moderation. So it seems like you can use one or several of these 7 heavenly virtues to make this miracle happen. So that seems to be what's asked of you. And I can't advise this person. I can only advise you. So I think the fire energy is here. So I think you need to see if there's something you can do to, fix this situation. I don't know what it is, but 10, 10, 10, it's something that has been going on for some time. It might be a family member or a child of yours where you have become estranged, for example. Maybe there's a time for like a travel here, and communication of some sort would be a good thing, a miracle. Okay. So my dear Libras, I hope this helped, and if it was as confusing for you as it was for me, you can check out the pick a card readings that's up on my channel. I did a new one, what do they think about you, just the other day. And there's also the readings for the general readings for August is up, so you can also check them out. Me myself, I'm not going to come back with readings until the middle of August, I think, with the general readings for September, that is. This weekend I will go on retreat, most possibly. And there's a couple of more bonus readings that I could do for Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, and Aquarius. but I will probably do them when I'm back and working again. Okay, so take really good care, Libra, and have enjoyed your summer, and bye bye.